275 bench press max out. Maximum number of pull-ups. 100 meter sprint. Dick measuring. Wait, what? There's no, we're not doing that. So there's no dick measuring. Yeah, no, that's fine. You know, it's whatever. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, VitruvianPhysique. Welcome to 2020. New year, new me, same upload schedule, same fucking joke as last year. I've seen a lot of guys, myself included, do these videos on YouTube. Overhead press 135 challenge. Bench your body weight or bench press 2 plates, 225 for as many reps as possible. Run this distance, run that distance, all these kind of cool things. And I thought, well, that's, you know, on its own, it's kind of cool, but together, it's pretty fucking awesome. So welcome to my 2020 fitness challenge decathlon, although decathlon is 10 and this is 4, 5, 6, 7, which I think there actually is a terminology for that, and I have no idea what the hell that is. The events on today's docket are as follows. Bench press 275 pounds. AMRAP, for those of you guys that don't know, that means as many reps as possible. Overhead press 135 pound. Max number of pull-ups 225, 2 plates. Squat AMRAP challenge, 100 meter sprint, 5,000 meter or 5 kilometer, moderate distance run, and finally finishing off with a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a VitruvianPhysique personal favorite, climbing. I'm going to be going for my max, highest level or highest grade climb attempt. 275 pound bench press AMRAP. I wanted to do this weight specifically because it's not too light to the point where I'm just repping this out for like 20. Like if I were to do like 135 or even like 225, but it's also not so heavy that it's pretty much like a 1 rep max challenge where I am kind of worried about the increased risk of injury. And also most importantly, I actually did this about 2 years ago at a very similar point in time in my life. Right now I'm around like just under 2 months since my most recent men's physique competition, and the last time I did this, I was around 4 or 5 weeks after my 2017 men's physique competition. So it's a good comparison because we really are comparing. It's not even apples to oranges; it's apples to apples. It's a pretty cool comparison. The last time I got 275 for 5 reps, which comes out to an estimated 1 rep max of like somewhere in the low 300s, which, you know, it wasn't great, but I was still kind of in the midst of my recovery from my most recent show where, let's be honest, whenever you cut down, and I mean like really cut down, it fluctuates, but for me, I get fucked. To be honest, if I had a spotter or I was doing it in the rack, I'd probably go for a 10th one, but close enough. All right. This time around, very happy to say that while still maintaining pretty decent form, we're not doing any of that half rep like, oh, 90-degree bullshit, or like where your elbows don't fully lock out. No, it's full lockout, all the way down, touch your chest. I was able to hit 9 reps. And this feels so good. Maybe I maintained more strength. Maybe I lost a decent amount of strength, but I had more of it to begin with. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't care. I like this number. I like this challenge. And almost double the reps means double the muscle, means double the chest size, right? Yeah. No, that's not how it works. Fuck. Overhead press 135 pounds, 1 plate. AMRAP. This one was kind of fun, and I was really looking forward to it because, to be honest, I have never done this before. I know, that's weird. That seems like one of the most standard things ever. I've done stuff with 185, even trying to get 205, maybe 225 for one, but I don't remember the last time that I actually did a 1 plate true AMRAP. I got the idea for this. I think Kinobody did a video like, you know, kind of like a challenge thing where he attempted this himself about a year or so ago. And in my case, as you guys can tell,
this is more cardio than it is strength.
even though that last rep was fucking ugly, let's just be blunt, it still counts all the way down, all the way back up, full extension, 16 reps, 135 pounds. Is my personal best at this time. I would like to ideally at the end of the year get this up to at least 18, maybe even break that, you know, that 20 barrier. That would be kind of cool. But I gotta be honest, guys. You know, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel pretty damn good about this. I think I actually tied, if I remember correctly, Kinobody's number of reps. But, you know, I don't want to be overly skeptical or critical or anything, but I do think that my form was a little bit better, especially in the you know, the area of actually getting that 100% full lockout. So with this one, guys, I gotta be honest, I'm feeling pretty damn good about myself.
Didn't Matt Ogus and Omar Isa both get over 20?
Shut the fuck. Next up, pull-ups. Nice and simple, there really isn't that much to explain. All I'm looking for in this case is at the bottom, have like fully extended arms, so essentially all the way down, and at the top, as long as my chin is able to get above and break the actual bar barrier, that's pretty much all that I really look towards. The last time that I did this was around, I think it was like a year and a half ago, summer of 2018. I got a pretty grueling 22 reps. And this time around, although it was close and that last rep wasn't that pretty, I am happy to say that we did see a little bit of an improvement with 23 reps at around, give or take, the same body weight, which feels pretty damn good. Actually, it's kind of cool because in my last attempt, my last challenge, Omar Isa actually lived up to the challenge and did this himself. And that bastard got 28 reps, so congratulations, but, you know, at the end of the day, I still win because no. Big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Guys, Skillshare is an online learning community with more than 30,000 classes teaching you the skills needed to kick ass in your career, your business, your hobbies, whatever your goal is, you name it, they probably got it. Like in my case, the courses which kind of appealed to me would be those related to my business, like social media marketing, or those that can help me make better content. For example, they have some excellent courses in digital marketing and online branding, and although I'm pretty sure my current online marketing strategy is already pretty good, there's always room for improvement. Make 2020 a year where you explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity with Skillshare's online classes. They're giving my subscribers a free 2-month unlimited access trial using the link in the description box below, and after that, it's only about $10 a month, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. What the fuck is this? No, I said no squats. No squats. No, squats. 225-pound AMRAP, my personal favorite lift. This one, I do want to preface and mention that, look, it's not going to be that that fantastic, especially because I want to go into detail. I've already talked about this 1,000 times, but over the last like 2 years or dealing with issues in terms of like knee pain due to like, you know, long treatment of Accutane and injuries and all these other things. My leg training, especially in the squats, hasn't been that great or that much. But that being said, I don't also want to be just all this negative Nancy, fuck off at the end of the day, because there was still a pretty decent amount of improvement. I mean, 15 reps, 225. I remember, like, especially when I was at the peak of kind of like all these issues from a knee standpoint, leg injuries and whatever, I could barely hit this for like a set of 8. Like, I would literally go in the gym and I would do like 2 plates for like 3 sets of 6. And even then I was like, oh shit, that's it, I'm done, no more. From a positive standpoint, I am seeing some improvement, and that feels, it's not bad. And also I do have to admit that maybe me getting back up to where I was or beyond that, it's not really even my goal. It's not really that high on my list of priorities to get back up to like a 400-pound squat. I'm really enjoying these last like 18 months experimenting with other kinds of like lower body athleticism, not just from a pure how much fucking weight can you go down and squat back up with, but specifically kind of like things like sprinting, these medium or long distance runs, 400 meter, 5 kilometer, which we're going to talk about, you know, in just a few minutes. Rock climbing, which a lot of people would not see as a very lower body intensive sport, but at times it can be. Literally, there are times when my foot is pretty much like directly under my ass, and you need to kind of like one-legged pistol squat up to the next hold. It's hard to explain, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that there are other ways to train and improve your performance or your athleticism with your lower body and your hamstrings, your quads, whatever the fuck those things are. There are other ways to improve this besides just lifting as much fucking humanly weight as possible on the squat. And I've been experimenting with that, and personally I am really enjoying it, at least for me personally. For some of you guys out there, this may be like your most important thing. You may be dreaming of that 4, 5, 6 whatever plate squat, and in that case, fucking more power to you, go for it. But in my case, at least at this point in time, that ship has kind of sailed a little bit. Okay, enough of the dumbbells, the barbell, seeing what you can do with the iron. Now let's see what you can do with your own body. We are talking about the 100 meter sprint. You guys know that the last kind of like 2018 and 2019 summers, I really got a lot more into sprint training, specifically the 100, 200, and 400 meters. And up until now, the best I have ever done was 12.20, so 12.2 seconds. I know this is not perfect. This is just being timed by my girlfriend, who just stands there and eyeballs, you know, when I cross the finish line with a stopwatch. So, you know, it could be up or down by 10, 20 milliseconds, whatever. I've always wanted to break 12. 12 seconds is probably like a good goal for me. Now, this is nothing compared to some of the freaks out there. Like in the States, there are boys in high school, 16, 17-year-old boys, who are cracking like 10 and a half seconds or less. Like 20, 30 years ago, that would have qualified you for the Olympics. But here we're literally talking about like children who are doing this, which is absolutely astronomical. I want to get to 12 seconds this time around. I was able to hit 12.56 seconds, which is, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'm not, like, when I first started doing this, I could even break 13 seconds ago back in 2018 when I first got into this. But yeah, 12 seconds is my ultimate goal. And I got close last year. I want to get back up to my best and then some and break that 12-second mark this summer, especially once, you know, all the snow is gone, the ice is gone, and I could really get my ass back on the track. And then if I break that 12-second mark, I think I will successfully have qualified for a junior girls high school sprint team. Fuck yeah, life goals achieved. Now, usually I do this outdoors, but again, I said, fuck it, I'll just do it on the treadmill. What I usually do is around 4.5K at around a 6 miles per hour pace. This time around, because we are kind of trying to go for a personal best, I boosted that up, not just in terms of distance, obviously running a little bit more towards the 5K mark, but also the speed. I tried to do this at 7 miles per hour, and I was able to complete this for a time of 25:55. The best I've ever done is when I was in high school, way younger, like with 40 pounds less muscle, so way less weight to carry. I was able to do this with just under 23 minutes. So I think going forward, my goal is going to be to repeat this, but with obviously way more muscle and size than I have in high school, but at the same or better time. So under 23 minutes, probably around like even under 22 minutes, or at least 22 and a half. That would be an excellent goal to try to go for, for the end of 2020. And guys, the final event. This one is very much for me and a few of you guys out there who are into rock climbing. But for the rest of you, watch anyway because it's just fun. So the way that climbing works, this is top roping or lead climbing, the ones where you're doing the big walls, not the little ones where you do it without a rope and harness, is there are grades. So it's kind of like a difficulty level. Something as low as like 5.5, all the way up to like the best in the world is like 5.15. 5.15 is like, there are like literally like the amount of people that can climb this shit, I can count on like 2 hands. It's ridiculous. At this point, it's pretty much like you're climbing just a table or just a flat wall. It's like, what the fuck do you even grab onto? That is pretty crazy. So what I've been doing is going to, I've been climbing for just a little bit under a year now. I am going to do a full climbing video. I've been working on this for a long time, for months now, and I think I'm getting ready to release it at the end of January. It's a little bit of a bigger project. It's not just like a regular vlog or whatever, so entertaining, it's going to be great. This video, as you guys are seeing on screen right now, this is me for the first time successfully climbing a 512 minus, which is in my gym, which equates to the official ranking would be a 512, probably A, which is like just about to break into kind of like, I don't want to seem overconfident or anything, but like, yeah, it's getting pretty good. This is me finally breaking into like slightly advanced levels, like the most junior of the advanced grades. I think that is pretty cool. One thing that was crazy about this wall, you guys are going to see, a lot of these holds, you guys might think like, oh, it's not that hard because you just climb. It's like a ladder. That doesn't seem so hard. In this case especially, a lot of these holds, they were kind of like half spheres or kind of like little moons. Now, if they were kind of like here, it's easy because you just go like that. It's like a ladder. You just climb up. The problem is they were tilted 90 degrees, which means you can't go like this. You need to go like this. This doesn't make sense because you're climbing up. You're not climbing this way. Like, what the fuck do you do? The only way to do this is to grab on and pull as hard as you can whilst taking your feet simultaneously and pushing. So you're pulling this way, but you're pushing this way. And this kind of counter pressure increases the friction on your hands and feet. And that's what actually keeps you up on the wall without falling, which is a lot easier said than done because you're not actually pulling yourself up. You're kind of pulling yourself sideways and then just slowly kind of like whilst hugging the wall, climbing up. I don't want to get too much into this, but it feels pretty damn good because like I've been doing, when I broke into the 10s, that's like, all right, now you're not embarrassing yourself. When I broke into the 11s, it's like, okay, now you're actually a pretty decent climber. Getting into the 12s, that's where it's like, all right, maybe you can one day think about actually doing some outdoor climbs, some like decent outdoor climbs on actual cliffs and mountains, and that would be a pretty crazy, that's like a long-term life goal. I've been doing this for a while now, and if I can finally get to a point one day when I can actually climb some of the big rocks, some of the 2, 3, 4, 500 feet, like those are way higher, way more advanced levels, obviously, but the premise is still the same. You climbing up a rock outdoors. And to do that, I think you need a pretty good amount of starting skill level. And I think me finally getting into like 12s means maybe I can get there in a year or two. And that's pretty fucking exciting, at least for me personally. And also, at the very least, it just looks cool. Or I think, at least I personally think it does. Either way, guys, that is it. That is the 2020 Fitness Challenge. We have established our baselines, and most importantly, we have established our goals. And also, guys, if you guys are interested, give this a shot. Try some of these events out. You can change the weights. Obviously, you don't have to do 275 on the bench press. Do this compared to where you are. You can do 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates. I don't care. See where you are right now. The whole new year, new me, don't let that just be some bullshit fucking slogan that companies use to sell you fitness membership. Actually, take it to heart, establish where you are right now, and work towards being a slightly better version of where you are at the end of the year. And if you succeed, trust me, it's going to feel pretty damn good because you'll be finally part of the 20% of people who actually maintain and stick to their New Year's resolutions. But yeah, new year, I'm back. Let's lift some things. And run some things. And climb some things. Just buy stuff happening in general. I don't know. Fuck it, I'm done. Bye.